Hi kids, and welcome back to another English class. I'm Miss Jocelyn Flores, and in the lesson of this week we are going to work with another school subject that is related to geography. Okay, so for the class of this week you will need your guided book started, started letter A, and we're going to work with pages C3 and C4. Okay, so as I said you before, we're going to work with the curriculum extra. Okay, this is related to geography. Okay, we're going to work with this reading comprehension about UNESCO. Okay, for that, maybe you are asking, what is UNESCO? Okay, so for that, you have it here. That is the culture focus. UNESCO, it means United Nations Education Specific and Cultural Organization. That is the UNESCO. Okay, so here we have a title that says World Heritage Sites. What we're going to do with this, we're going to read it in classes and we're going to do some exercise related to this text. Okay, let's start. I am going to read it. In online classes, I am going to do the same. Okay, so pay attention. UNESCO, the World Heritage Sites, are special places in the world. They are cultural sites, for example, buildings and cities, or natural sites, for example, island, mountains, or forest. The cultural sites are important for human history and culture. They are all or unique places. For example, of a famous cultural site are the Roman town of Pompeii in Italy, the pyramids in Egypt, and the Great Wall in China. Okay? Also, we have a natural heritage sites are important too. Places for animals and plants, or they are very beautiful places. Examples of natural sites are the Great Barrier Reef in Australia, the National Park in Tanzania, and the Galapagos Island in the Pacific Ocean near Ecuador. Today, 962 sites in 157 countries are World Heritage Sites. Here are two more famous sites. We are going to start with Machu Picchu. Okay, Machu Picchu is a famous World Heritage Culture Site in Peru. It is an Inca city in the Andes Mountains. It is about 100 kilometers from Cusco and the old Inca capital city. Machu Picchu is an amazing place and it is very beautiful. It is on a mountain at 2,430 meters. In fact, Machu Picchu means old mountain. The city is about 1,500 years old, and there are about 200 different buildings, but today they are in ruins. 1 million tourists visit Machu Picchu every year. Okay. Now let's continue with Yellowstone National Park. Maybe you see this kind of national park because the Oso Yogi lives there, so it's going to be very familiar for you. Yellowstone National Park is in the northeast of the United States. It is a very beautiful park in the Rocky Mountains. It is 1,400 years old. 140 years old, and it is the first national park in the world. It is famous for its animals, especially bears and wolves. Be careful, they are dangerous animals. The park is also famous for its water geysers. Old Faithful, it is a very big geyser. It is active every 91 minutes. 3 million of tourists visit Yellowstone every year. Okay, as you can see in the reading text, we can find these 4 words that are very specific in the text. For example, you have forest, and you have it here, and you have it over here. I think that is, I cannot find it. It's here, forest. Okay, at the beginning of the text, and the word forest in Spanish, it means bosques. Okay, Then you have the word rooms that is here in Machu Picchu. Okay, you have it here, rooms. And this is mean that you don't have the building now because a lot of time ago the building was intact. Okay, but in this opportunity the building is not complete. So ruin, it means that ruinas. Then we have Yellowstone. We can find bear and geyser, as you can have it here. Is here when you have wolves, bears, osos, and geyser, it means this part. In Spanish, you say the same word, you use the same word, geyser. Okay, so what we're going to do now, we're going to work on page C4. We're going to do the exercise. Okay, I am going to only read the instructions of each exercise because we're going to do it together in online classes. So exercise number 1 says read the article, then match the World Heritage sites in the text to the place on the map. Okay, like for example, you have here Yellowstone National Park. So the example is here. You have to identify the country or the city. Okay, and the place. For example, I don't know, maybe Machu Picchu. For example, Machu Picchu, where is? Here in number 5. So you write it here, Machu Picchu. Okay, then in exercise 2 says read the article again. Are the sentences true or false? Correct the false sentences. Let's pay attention to the example. Says the pyramids are in Italy, but actually in the text that says that the pyramids are not in Italy, so they are in Egypt. So false information, and you correct it. They are in Egypt. Okay, and if the sentence is true, you only put or write true. And in exercise 3 says read the article again and answer the questions. These are all about the text. Where is Machu Picchu? It is in Peru. It is in the Andes mountain. Okay, in number 1 says what town is the old Inca capital? And you go to the text, you can rewind the video and you can read it and you can put the answer that corresponds there. Okay, kids, I think that is the class for this week. That was a very short week, and see you next week. Bye bye.